What's up, beauty marks? Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pamela Ricardo, and if you're new, welcome. This channel is all about embracing the scars that life is giving us, but now we're gonna call those our beauty marks. So today I wanted to give you guys a small but effective little checklist to let you know whether or not it's time to get back in the dating world. If you've been on a hiatus, I don't know, maybe you're taking a break from dating, or maybe you have been dating unsuccessfully for quite a while and quite frankly, you're becoming jaded. I've been there. So before I decided to jump back into the dating world, I took a 6-month hiatus from dating, and I took an even longer hiatus from having sex. So during that time, I worked on myself an awful lot. And before I decided to start dating again, these were the things I thought about just to make sure that I was getting back in the game with the right mindset. You guys ready to talk about it? Let's go. The first thing that I thought about is, am I my authentic self? Am I 100% okay with Pam? Am I cool with where Pam is at financially? Am I cool with where Pam's at in her career? Do I understand my purpose? Do I like my appearance enough to not feel like I need to downplay myself or bring myself down when I look in the mirror? Is my self-esteem, you know, in a good space? Because if you're going on dates and you're not okay in these areas, you're going to ruin whatever is coming your way. When you don't feel like you're beautiful, when you don't feel like you're in a good space financially, when you don't feel like you love yourself, when you don't feel like you can show up as you, when you feel like you is not enough and you got to embellish where you are, or when you feel like you need to dress a particular way that's not even your style, when you wear a bunch of makeup that does not match your personality, you're wearing hair down to the floor because you see that's what everyone else is doing, you're talking a particular way when that's not even how you talk, you're saying you like to do certain things but that's not even what you really like to do because your hobbies are a little bit peculiar and unique, but you think if you tell someone about them they'll think you're lame. You're just not being yourself. If you're not okay with you, do not start dating. You're not going to attract someone authentically for you, so don't waste anyone's time. You're not going to trick someone into liking the fake version of yourself. That's not going to get you anywhere. That's what keeps us in a rut. We bring this like representative to our dates and then we have to keep up the facade. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we've all met a man before that bragged about having some money but never wanted you to see where he lived. But every time you saw him, he had a different car. He out here renting cars. He got all his money on his body. He wearing his money, and he got kids, and the kids ain't even got food. Listen, point blank period, the facade has gotta go. If you have not worked on loving on you authentically and presenting yourself as the real you, dating is the last thing you need to be focused on right now. The next thing, you're still playing games. You're still playing games. You done got played so much, now you playing games. I've been there. I was messing with people who play so many mind games that I started hopping in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna wait an hour to text him back. Oh, he just called, I'm gonna let it ring 3 times. Oh, I'm gonna act like I'm unavailable even though I really do want to see them. That is so childish. So childish. As I got older and started really enjoying my dating experiences more because I was being myself, I realized that playing games didn't give me any benefits whatsoever. Not 1%. Me being me gave me all of the benefits. When I showed up being on time, because being on time is respectful, benefit. When I answered the phone when they called and I wasn't busy, you know, benefit. When I showed up being cordial and kind and giving them a compliment for the things that I see them doing that I like, benefit. Not holding back and being all like, oh, I don't want to tell him this because he gonna get a big head, or let me show up a little bit late because I don't want to seem thirsty, or playing all these mind games didn't get me an authentic situation with anyone. It wasn't until I started showing up and just letting it be what it's gonna be. You know, I like you, you like me. When they told me what they felt, I would say how I felt, and I wouldn't lie. When they wanted to see me and I was not busy and I wanted to see them as well, I allowed the date to happen. We gotta stop being fake. Stop playing mind games. If he calls, answer, sis. Because the more you play games, the more you're wasting his time too. And a high value man ain't got time to waste. You playing all these games and he's like, well, I guess she's not interested. Now you done push somebody away that could have very well been the one. And you don't want to do that. The last thing I want to say is you're still hung up on your ex. You still letting him call you. You still might see him when you're lonely. If he hits you up tonight and you ain't got nothing else to do, you're going to let him come over, or you're going to go see him. Your ex is still lingering in the shadows. And that's how you know it's not time for you to start dating again. You haven't closed past doors. You have no space for a new person to come in, not the right person. You think God's going to bring you somebody that's wanting love and wanting a real relationship to your life so you can ruin them after they've been working on their self? No, that's not how this works. You got to release, honey. You got to release the person that's been hurting you in the past, gaslighting you, and dangling a little carrot in your face that you keep on going back for. Why are you keep going back to somebody who has shown you more than enough times that they don't really want you? Because if they wanted you, they would have never left. You would have never had to sever this tie if it was such a good bond. Your exes really aren't your friends. I've tried to be friends with some of my exes, and there was like one or two that I think we are cool, we're cordial, but it's because respectfully, when we were dating, I met their family members, and like there was never a bad blood, and we were a little bit younger, and now they've grown and they've got their own families, and it's cordial. But I'm not sitting on the phone with them and calling them late night and trying to see them. It's not that kind of vibe. But the exes I'm referring to are the ones that you still have these weird back and forth feelings about. Let these people go. They're going to ruin any chance of you meeting the right person. Block is not a way of saying, oh, I hate this person and I hope they die. When you block someone or you just don't allow them to have contact with you anymore, this is your way of saying, I have closed that door and I wish you well. Hopefully you will mature and the next person won't go through what I went through with you. Because every time you go back, you reopen the wound. Whatever it was that wasn't working before with you guys, it still ain't working. Have you ever went back to an ex and been hanging out with them for a couple of days in the non-committal phase with them now, and now you're still seeing the stuff that you were seeing before and now it hurts you again? Or they trigger you like they used to and say something to you that you've actually finally started healing from, and now the wound's back open? Why do we keep hurting ourselves? Like, don't go back to someone who has shown you they don't want you. Make room for the right person. They might be right there, but God's not going to bring them until you close that door. Dating is not easy. It is another job because you have to take time out of your day to actually invest in getting to know someone. It's effort on both ends that's needed, right? But if you're not ready for a relationship and God has this season for you to be where you're focused on getting yourself together, don't fight that urge. If you know you need to spend your time working on your finances, if you know your health is a challenge right now and you need to be working on that, if you know you're not healed from grief, maybe someone passed away and you just need to heal, or maybe you're grieving a past abusive relationship or a relationship in general, you need to heal. And healing isn't going to happen overnight, but you'll know that it's time to date when you know you don't want to damage the next person you bring into your life. When you can sit across from someone at the table, hear their life story with your ears, and actually have questions for that person because you are interested in them. You know you're not healed when all you want to do is vent all the time. You're just venting, you're spewing out negativity, and you get off the date and you're like, dang, I just unloaded on that person. I wonder if they're going to call me. They're not. You're negative. Not to say you should always be in the 100% life is grand, but I'm saying when you're dating, if you haven't healed, you're going to exude a lot of different things that aren't going to be attractive to someone who's ready for a relationship. So don't waste your time and don't waste other people's time right now. There's seasons for this stuff. I'm telling you, I took my time to work on myself. I have another video that you guys, I'll put it in the description box, about what you work on while you get ready to be ready for a relationship. Because remember, the person you end up with, y'all are supposed to be a benefit to each other. Y'all are supposed to be like whole people. He's whole and you're whole. Two whole people coming together, not you needing to be fixed still. Okay? So this video isn't to be offensive or to hurt anyone's feelings, because I'm telling you, I went through this stage too where I needed to really work on Pam. And it was hard being home by myself some weekends and not going on dates and seeing my friends getting engaged and married and inviting me to all these weddings. And I'm like, oh God, trust me, it's not easy at all. It takes strength. But when you come out of it a better person, you'll attract the better person for you. All right. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want me to speak on next. And let me know have you healed from your past experiences, and do you think you're ready to start dating? And if you have been dating, what have your dating experience has been like since you've healed and you're attracting better for yourself? What are some of the tips you can give to other women? Let's start our community in the comment section. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.